Bluey, Sleepytime. This episode is an episode that I've been wanting to review for quite a few months. I was torn on if I should do a top sins on this episode or just a straight up review. And honestly, I'm just going to go the review route. I think just reviewing this episode will probably just do it justice, even though I'm not really going to be saying anything too unique that hasn't been said by other people probably a million times better than I can even articulate. So I'm just not even going to attempt to try and add anything. Instead, I'm just going to be talking about whatever I feel about this episode, which is, I think, what most people are here for. I would hope. Pretty much this episode is one of, if not the greatest preschool animated segments I probably ever seen. There's a reason why this episode is on IMDb's top 100 greatest TV episodes of all time. Yes, I said greatest TV episodes of all time. Not greatest preschool episodes. Not greatest animated cartoon episodes. TV episodes. Just TV. And I think one of the main reasons is because this episode is just so emotional. That's probably the best way to describe this episode. It has so many good moments in it. The visuals are awe-inspiring. I'm so happy that a year ago, whenever I first watched this series, this episode was fortunately one of the very first episodes I watched. And let me tell you, after I saw this episode for the first time, I was like, I have got to see more of this. Like, it wasn't like, oh, this show's cool. I like this. It's funny. It's witty. It has good writing. It was now, like, emotional attachment to the show. But the music of this episode is just absolutely incredible. I've already talked about the visuals. I've already praised those enough. I could go on and on about this episode. I really could. I could talk about the theme, what it's about. I could talk about the meaning of it. But like I said, that's been done to death. That's been done to death. Instead, I'm just going to talk about the beautiful visuals, the beautiful music, part of which was actually based off of a over 100-year-old piece that actually was a part of something that would later inspire the likes of Star Wars and a lot of different Hollywood movies, franchises, directors. Of course, I'm talking about the ending. The ending orchestral piece. Jupiter, the bringer of jollity from the planets. Of course, obviously redone for this episode somewhat. It is not the original, but it is absolutely faithful to the original. And I think it's really, really well done here. I think it's super well done. It was super well arranged and fits perfectly with this episode. Fits beautifully with this episode. That scene, by far, is probably one of the most goosebump-inducing scenes I've ever seen in preschool animation. There's no denying that. Everything from Chili's line about always being with Bingo, even when she can't see her. That with the music and just the visual of whatever's going on the scene. It's just... I can't put it into words. It's incredible. It makes me wonder, since this is 7 minutes, only 7 minutes, it makes me wonder what the hell's going to happen with the 28-minute episode that they're supposed to be coming out with next year. I don't even want to imagine what they're going to do with that episode. Am I setting myself up for disappointment, or am I setting myself up to be absolutely hyped for a really legendary Bluey episode? I have no idea. All I know is that Sleepytime is probably one of the best preschool animated episodes, segments, whatever you want to call it, I've ever seen. I think that's basically it. I think I've said pretty much everything I want to say. Of course, I could go on and on and on and on about all the different meanings of this episode, but like I said, other people have done that already. I'm just here to give you my personal opinion, and that's all I'm going to give you. So I hope you guys enjoyed a grown man rambling about an episode from Blue Dog Show. Long live Blue Dog Show. Anyways, Let's see you guys soon. Take care, everybody.